Vidya, this battle, as it extends into another round, are only the MLAs rebelling? Shiv Sena is having a meeting of all the Zilla Pramukhs. So, are all the Zilla Pramukhs united? Is the party rank and file with Uddhav Thackeray, or do we see a split even in the rank and file, not just the MLAs?
Just about everyone that matters in Shiv Sena is going to be here. Uddhav Thackeray obviously will be connected through the video conferencing, but Aditya Thackeray is here, Diwakar Raute is here, there's Vinayak Raut here. Just about everyone, the Zilla Pramukhs from across Maharashtra, you name the district and the people, representatives are here. Everyone is inside. The meeting will begin as soon as Aditya Thackeray reaches here. The discussions will obviously revolve around the latest issues that are persisting with the party right now. But of course, even though everyone, while going in, said that they will stick to what the government that has formed, the MVA, but right now, if you can see, there's Aditya Thackeray, who is about to reach here any minute now. He would be the deciding what will be really happening, along with his father, who will be connected through video conferencing. And right here, the decision will be taken as to what is to be done, what will happen in this particular fashion. Right here, you can see Aditya Thackeray being greeted by the people here, by people who are waiting to see him and speak to him. Obviously, everyone will be expressing, what they feel about the latest situation from the Zilla Pramukhs. I've spoken to quite a few of the Zilla Pramukhs, and they have been stating that whatever has happened until now is not right. In fact, what they say very clearly is that the government should have stayed, the MVAs should have stayed. It should not have been disrupted because of these few MLAs. So certainly at this juncture, Aditya Thackeray just walked in, and the meeting will now begin any minute in the next couple of minutes. And here the important decisions are going to be probably taken. What it will revolve around, we'll get to know a little later when everyone really walks out after the meeting.
Oh, absolutely. So this is in a way, Vidya, show of strength from both sides. If yesterday you had Eknath Shinde parading 37 plus MLAs, 37 of the Shiv Sena, which give him two-thirds, mark to break the, anti-defection law barrier, plus 9 independents, and we are told Deepak Lande has just arrived in Guwahati. The second aspect is the Shiv Sena puts together all the Zilla Pramukhs. So it's MLAs versus Shiv Sena, Zilla Pramukhs and the party structure, Vidya.
Well, obviously, what many people that we have been speaking to, they all see that they are the party workers. They are the ones who determine who will be the MLA and who will not be, because they are the voters. They are the people who stand by the party every minute since the inception. And that's one of the reasons why they feel that what the MLAs have done is wrong, and they need to be taught a lesson. Is something to the extent of that people have gone on to say. But of course, everything will be decided as to what will happen, whether, the kind of threats that are being given by the party, that should continue, or, the change in stand of the party, should that happen. Just about everything will be decided. But right now, as every Mumbaiker, every Shiv Sainik said, Chukitsa Maafi Nahi. That means there is no forgiveness for a mistake that happens. So in this case, Eknath Shinde and others have committed a grave mistake, and that's the reason they should not be given forgiveness, is what most Shiv Sainiks have been speaking about.
And in that exclusive conversation with India Today, Sanjay Raut, is he actually giving us a sign of times to come when he says Shiv Sainiks have held a morcha outside the homes of these 37 plus Shiv Sena MLAs? We'll fight in the assembly, we'll fight in courts, we'll also fight in streets, is what Sanjay Raut told Munish Pandey. Is that already happening on ground, the fight on the road?
In fact, Gaurav, that is a stand that, in fact, when we were speaking to a lot of Shiv Senics who were standing outside Matoshri, or people who are standing outside here as well, when we spoke to them, that is exactly what they are saying. They're just waiting for Thackeray to give them an order, and they would do that. But then, they are holding out the fort only because the direction, the yes from Thackeray hasn't come on that. And that's one of the reasons why at this juncture what everyone has been saying is that they're still waiting. So this meeting probably will decide a whole lot of things today after, from how to deal with the people there in Guwahati, what to do here, how does the groundwork, and also remember municipal elections are just a few months away. That is also very important for the Shiv Sena. So after this meeting, there's also going to be, with the corporators, with the local people in every city. That meeting has also got to happen today itself. So various rounds of meeting, we are trying to meet the ranks and people from every Shiv Sainik that they can afford to meet. That's what the senior Shiv Sainiks are right now doing, including Aditya Thackeray.
Give me a moment, Vidya. Stay with me. Like I said, India Today has the biggest and the best team of reporters on ground from Guwahati to Delhi to Maharashtra to get you a 360-degree perspective on this developing story. Those are images that are coming in from the Guwahati airport. And you have Shiv Sena MLA Dilip Lande, who's just landed in Guwahati, which means the rebel strength goes up by 1. And Shiv Sena MLAs with Uddhav Thackeray, the strength goes down by 1. Vidya, what does this indicate?
Well, as of now, the party stand is very clear. Remember that they have already filed applications for cancellation of nominations of about a dozen of them. That is also being going ahead. In fact, in Vidhan Sabha, a couple of leaders, including Anil Desai, including a couple of other MPs, they are already there. They are processing what's really going to happen in Vidhan Bhavan with the letters that have been sent by them. Their letter of choosing the legislative party leader has already been accepted by the Deputy Speaker. So they are hoping that the second letter too would be accepted, where they are asking for the cancellation of the nominations of these MLAs, including Eknath Shinde. So all that will happen, and the Deputy Speaker has already said that he will issue notices to all these 12 for whom the party is seeking cancellation. So legal work has already started on that front. Here what's going to be decided is the mode of what's going to happen. There are also being threats. Remember, I've been speaking to quite a few of the Shiv Senics, and they have actually been saying we just want one order from the Thackerays, and we will show the MLAs what they have done and how it can be corrected. The kind of threats being given out by the Shiv Senics, the lower rank, that also has to be taken into account. So the party is looking into all these issues, how to deal with the MLAs who are right now in Guwahati not following the party direction, and what is to be done in furtherance of what they have done.
Oh, absolutely. How do the numbers stack up as of now? Of course, numbers are to be proven on the floor of the House, and Sanjay Raut made it very clear, the moment all the 55 MLAs are in the assembly, the government, the Mahavikas Avghadi government will survive. That is what he said. But the fact that Deepak Kesarkar says they've already applied for a separate party status in the assembly, the fact that they say they want to be treated as a separate group, how are numbers stacking up as far as the Shiv Sena is concerned, all the factions?
Well, the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena obviously has not been able to keep its camp. Remember, when this entire saga really started, Eknath Shinde actually had nothing more than 25-30 people, but slowly the camp had grown, and that which really meant that the Uddhav Thackeray-led Sena had not been able to keep its flock together. People were actually, even till last night, people have been leaving this party and going over to Eknath Shinde's camp, which clearly meant that the numbers are not with Uddhav Thackeray led Sena. Now the only issue is that why was Eknath Shinde still waiting? If he had the numbers, he could have just moved in. It's not really known what he keeps saying. Shinde keeps telling that he is, discussing issues with his party people. He will, discuss all this and then make a move. But in spite of all that, the kind of things that, he could have actually moved in immediately. If he had the numbers, the 37, if he had crossed it, he could have taken the claim before saying that he is the original Shiv Sena and not the one led by Thackeray, but he's still not doing it. So everyone's been wondering why what's really stopping him from doing that. But as of now, the people here are extremely confident that those who have gone to Guwahati will return to the party fold, and that's one of the key things that will be discussed right here at the meeting in Shiv Sena Bhavan.
So as far as the Shiv Sena is concerned, you have MLAs and you have the Zilla Pramukhs. What kind of influence is wielded by the Zilla Pramukhs? Explain for the benefit of our viewers. You have Uddhav Thackeray, the boss on top, the Supremo, the party Supremo. Explain the hierarchy and why Uddhav Thackeray thinks that this meeting with Zilla Pramukhs becomes extremely crucial in terms of putting pressure on the rebel MLAs to come back into the party fold, Vidya.
Well, Zilla Pramukhs are like the party presidents in their particular district. So, they do have quite a bit of hold over the party rank. The MLA is not the only authority who holds in a constitutional area. The Zilla Parishads, that are there, the lower rung is controlled by these people. So that's the reason the Zilla Pramukhs, the Vibhag Pramukhs, the Shakha Pramukhs, that's that entire hierarchy that over the years Shiv Sena has built. Remember, yesterday itself we had seen that Sada, one of the MLA who had shifted from the Uddhav Thackeray led camp to the Eknath Shinde camp, he was removed from being a Vibhag Pramukh because under Vibhag Pramukhs, there are 6 MLAs there used to be, but Uddhav Thackeray had recently changed it to 3 MLAs, which meant that as a Vibhag Pramukh, he was exerting pressure on 3 MLAs, and when he went, he took those 3 MLAs with him. So immediately after that, yesterday there was a meeting held, and immediately Sada was removed from holding that post, and someone else was given that post. So, that entire exertion of a pressure in the party, the ranks of the party that happens within, it's not just the MLAs, it's also the various other structures that are built inside the political party that work towards creating what is really going to happen. So certainly at this juncture, meeting everyone in those ranks is extremely important for the Thackerays to understand what they want, one, and secondly, to carry on with what's happening, to decide whether they have to go to, the other wing, the BJP. Well, that could also be decided, whether they have to stay with the MVA. But remember, everyone who walked in, and when we were speaking to all of them, they kept saying that the MVA is the right way of going ahead with the government right now. We should not be shifting to the BJP. So that's the mood with which they have gone in. But it really have to see as to what the decision in the meeting would be when they really come out.